We got ice, baby! Hi, everybody. Okay, yes, I'm being a little silly. It may not surprise you to hear that we've been told we're a little bit stiff on camera, so we're trying to relax. So yeah, I'm being a little snarky. Okay, so I'm here to talk to you today. We're in the Airstream, and this is a funny topic. I have found over the years that I've owned the Airstream that it's amazing how spoiled you can get. So you have running water, you have the full bathroom, you have a shower, all the comforts of home, satellite, internet, but no ice. So some of you may have seen, we're going to head off to Colorado for like 6 weeks coming up soon here. So I finally decided to spring for the Vremi Countertop ice maker. And you can see that it's stainless steel, highly consistent with the interior of the Airstream with the rest of the appliances. So we're going to also go through a little sequence of the positives and negatives I've discovered of this unit, because I think everybody knows Amazon doesn't always tell the truth on the reviews. So we're going to be very honest about what I've discovered about this unit. And then for fun, we're going to do a little bit of gratuitous slow motion with some of the ice, because why not? It's fun. Okay, so what we're going to talk about is how we put water into the unit. So the way you do it is thusly: you open up the top, and there's a little basket here. So as the ice is formed, it kind of comes off this little ramp here and falls into the basket. And so you cannot fill the unit more than the bottom of this basket. So if you pull it out, you'll see there's a little ridge here. That is what they call the max fill line. So I'm going to take some handy dandy delicious water and fill it. Right to the max fill line, because I live dangerously. And put our basket back in. So now it's ready to make ice, and you just simply push the button, and you can hear the unit makes quite a bit of noise, and in about 10 minutes here, 5-10 minutes, it's going to spit out its little first batch of ice. And as the ice forms, it'll begin to fill this basket. And eventually there's little sensors here and here that will block when the ice is full, so that it won't overflow. And we'll talk a little bit more about that in the likes and dislikes segment. Alright, so in this segment we're going to talk about what I consider to be the positives and the negatives for this ice maker. So starting with the positives, oh my gosh, it makes delicious ice. It makes like these little bullet-shaped ice cubes, and they're the perfect crunchiness. Like, some people like to chew on ice. I'm one of those people. And the little bullets that this thing spits out, they're delicious. They're almost half frozen, half slushy. So that part of it is fantastic. Also, the unit, I consider this a positive. It only draws about 200 watts, so you can run it off a small generator, or obviously if you have hookups. And it does what it says. So it's supposed to make ice, and that's exactly what it does. So I consider that a positive. I think it's a very nice looking unit. I think it matches the Airstream quite nicely. It's sort of a steel look there, matches our appliances and such. So I consider that a positive also. And it has a lovely window in which you can observe your freshly made ice. So those are all the positives. Now we'll talk a little bit about the negatives. The negative part, really the only negative I can dream up is the ice. This really isn't designed as a traditional refrigerator unattended ice maker. What I mean by that is, as the ice is formed and it's accumulated in this basket, the ice sort of it's not quite frozen, it's a little bit slushy, so it'll tend to back up into a little kind of an avalanche here, and as the ice forms, it will block the sensors that tell the ice maker that it's full. And so if you leave it unattended, instead of finding yourself with an overflowing bounty of ice, such as is shown in the Amazon reviews, instead you will have a half slushy, waterfall, frozen sort of mess. I get around that by just reaching in with my hand and scooping the ice a little bit now and again. So what that tells me is this ice maker it's more intended for on-demand right when you need it. And so Fred and I, we turned this on probably about 30 minutes ago, and it's made, I would say, 3 batches of ice so far. So it's very fast, which is a positive, but the ice, this compartment is not refrigerated, so the ice will immediately begin to melt, and it will continue to freeze and melt as if you just leave it here. And so it's takes a little bit of getting used to, not exactly, a traditional freezer experience where you have nice ice cubes and they're dry and just kind of separated and ready to go. But for us living on the road there, having ice in a campground is it's a luxury that we've missed, and so it is a bit of a downside that you just can't leave it unattended, but we don't feel that that's too much of a downside. I should point out though, I was annoyed about this enough. I did post it in a review, and I noticed some other folks were commenting on the same thing, that it does, if left unattended, will not fill very far before it blocks the sensors and just kind of give you a frozen kind of a crummy mess. So there you have it, ups and downs of a countertop ice maker. If any of you have had a spouse that does this, you'll commiserate. But somebody that I live with will have a habit of going into the ice trays and picking 1 or 2 ice cubes out and then not refilling the trays. And I thought it would be nice to have just sort of a continuous supply.